Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day, a good morning, a good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. So I'll kind of get to this quickly. So there are some things that, of course everybody doesn't share, but I happen to get part of one of the monthly club kits I'm in, which is for Waffle Flower. And so I'm in their sneak peeks club, and this one will be out I believe September, but of course I put on August and didn't realize it's actually for September. So I get this monthly just to get an idea of kind of what's coming out, because we all have stuff in our craft kits that we have, but this is one that I have a lot of Waffle Flowers. I love their tools. I have some of their dies and stuff, especially their postage stuff and things like that. But anyway, this particular one is going to be kind of like an owl theme to it. And so I happen to need to make a birthday card for my youngest daughter. And so, because her birthday is here today and we're celebrating it. So I need to make one. Well, owls are one of her favorite things. She actually had a beautiful one tattooed on her arm. I'm like, oh wow, this is perfect. Because as I was looking at my arsenal, I don't have many of these things. And you'd think I would. Anyway, long story short, I need to make a card. So I thought I would come on and just show you what you get in the sneak peeks if you're not a member. And so, and by the way, I have no affiliate links with them or anything, but I just happen to like Waffle Flower and thought maybe this would be something I would share with you. So anyway, so what you normally get, you get a stamp and like the dies, and then you get like the little bit like this. Before I show the dies, you get like some really cool inspiration in here, like they tell you what they use to make this card and give you some ink colors as well, of what they use to make this cards. If you don't necessarily have these, which I'm not even really sure who those inks are by, because I know Waffle Flower does not have their own ink line, I don't believe. But anyway, so as you see, just some ideas of, how to get. There you go. It's telling you already. Distress inks. So, if you want to recreate this particular little guy here. So, I am going to, here in a minute, get some things. But let me show you. So, in the sneak peek I got, you get this stamp set here. Which this one, I'll leave it on the screen. But it says, guess who's thinking of you? Hooray. You're a real hoot. And so, just those little things like that. All eyes on you. So, yeah, just those really cute little stamps and stuff like that. And then here's like the die to make the little branch that you saw in the example there. The cards they made for it to hold up the owl with the leaves and everything. So I think that one's going to be really fun to play with. This one is called Autumn Branch. And then next here you've got Owl. Was it Owl Duo die and stencil. So that's really cool. So yeah, so you're getting the I think, is the stencil in there? Wait a minute. Actually, let's open this guy up. Hold on. See the dies. And I thought that's what it was, but no, there is. Look at that. There's the stencil to be able to color them in. And all you have to do is cut them out. How cool is that? So there you go. So I am going to get some papers here. Get to trying to figure out what I'm going to use to make this little bitty cute sweet card for her. And as I always like to say, get your groove on. Okay, as you can see, I had a lot of fun doing this. Yes, we are a little cuckoo around here. Waiting for him to get done to remind us of how cuckoo we are. Okay, so I had a lot of fun doing this card, I have to admit. This was kind of one of those rare things yet again. Like I said, I belong to, you know, a few different kind of, you know, monthly kit things and get stuff random. And I have to admit, I don't think I've used hardly any of the sneak peek ones that I get. So, again, kind of where we started, which was the sneak peek. Again, it's not for August, it's for September. So just keep in mind, this will be, it's not August, it's September yet again. So kind of keep a lookout for this. I'm quite sure there'll be more beautiful things that'll come out, as Waffle Flower always does. And it's hard to resist getting it. So I'm quite sure there'll be more added onto the postage. But anyway, so using all this lovely, I came up with this cute card. So again, she's an avid lover of owls, and so had fun playing with this, used a gambit of colors. So I'm actually going to start with the embossing folder I use. Is an oldie but a goodie, but it's not really old, but it came out earlier this year, and it's this one. It's the January. It's the Cloud 9 one. And so I took that and ran it through some in my papers. I kind of used a bunch of both. I used some Gina K paper, I used Spellbinders, but for the color of the paper, I used this one, and this one is called Blue Sky. So that's kind of how that one, what I used for that. For the little sentiment here, I came in with just some normal white cardstock, but in my inks, I stamped the word hooray out with this one from Altenew, which is called my mint yellow. And so stamped it a few times, and of course backed it on my signature silver. Again, going back, I know I'm going back and forth here, but just trying to keep to the base of the card first. So put some black behind the pretty blue sky, and then of course my normal silver. And there you go. Put it on a white 5x7 card base, and that's how that came to be about. I'll get to the owl last. But for the branch and leaves here, I used in Spellbinders, I used these two. I used the, what is that? Rainforest and Fern is what I used. And then I took just a normal old white gel pen. I did use some of the Altenew ink. I used just green to go in to kind of, you know, give a little bit of different color variations on the leaves. I even put some on the branch. Can't really see it, but I did do it. Here, this is just not for the brown paper behind. I used Spellbinders. It was this one. I used Truffle for the brown. So there's that. And so let me clear some stuff out of the way. So that's how that came to be about. For the owl, I used a different one. I had a bunch of colors out, and I thought I was going to use this one, but I didn't use almond butter. But just to kind of let you know kind of how this whole set kind of plays together, or how these browns kind of play together. So for the beak and this head part of here, I used milk chocolate. And then I also used, no I didn't, I came in with espresso brown is what I used there and here, and for the feet. For the face, I used milk chocolate. And for the body and other parts, I used hazelnut. So that's how that little guy came to be about. I didn't really use the gel pen. It was weird, kind of, I don't know if you saw, I was kind of struggling. Thought I was seeing how I was putting a stencil on, but I had to go back, fit it a little bit, take it off camera, take a little bit more ink and darken up a little bit more in there. But and then used the die to cut it out, which gave it all this lovely texture and everything. Propped him up on some just normal Craft Perfect foam squares that I have. These particular ones are from Tonic, or which is kind of, yeah, like, I don't know if it's part of their Nouveau line, but these are 12 by 12 millimeters. They're 2 millimeters thick, so they're not that thick. Just gave enough. I didn't prop the hooray and the cloud. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't tell you what I used to cut that whole cloud thing out. So for this, I came in with this lovely die set from Spellbinders, which is the Speech Bubbles. And so you can hopefully find this one. If I can, I'll try to link stuff down below in the description box of how I made this little card come together. But I use this one, as you see, has a little stitch detail, because I mean, if I had a cloud background, might as well kind of keep the cloud speech bubble going. So there's that. So that's how this lovely little card came to be about. And again, I had fun, you know, playing with inks and things. These days, I'll be honest, it's kind of hard not to have inks. To me, inking kind of gives your card a little bit of the definition and the texture that it needs. Again, and I know this has been coming up in a few videos. I apologize. I changed this out, and as you know, crafting and stuff, and it ended up having some, and tore some of the paper off. So hey, it is what it is. So that's how you'll see it. But
hello,
been doing things like this. Sorry about
Happy
that.
Friday.
I was also
I think all the bad weather has passed, so I'm hoping we don't have an eventful live like we did on Tuesday, I think it was. I'm glad it's pretty humid.
Sorry about that. I also am getting ready to watch Jennifer McGuire. So anyway, that's how this lovely little card came to be about. And so, yeah. So if you haven't thought about it, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Check out the Waffle Flower Sneak Peek Club. It's worth doing because you get some really cute little ones in here like this that you never know may come that you just need, you know, for a quick and easy card or just want to play with. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to, oh yeah, I did put a sentiment on the inside. I'm not going to show it, but I did it on white with some black because this is to my daughter. And so there you go. So anyway, I have got more to do. Actually, now I've got to get dressed so we can take her out. And I will catch you guys later.